Hey guys, welcome back to the bait shop. Does jig fishing feel complicated to you? You're not alone. People overthink jig fishing all the time. I'm going to show you guys what I do to make this feel simple. Stick around, we'll get into it. Okay, like I've said in previous videos, for people with ADHD mainly, picking a jig can be difficult. You've got several different colors, different head styles, all the rules to jig fishing, and then because of that, you've got the brain paralysis of being so overwhelmed that you're not able to make the decision. I'm going to help break it down into 3 easy steps to get you guys on track to picking the correct jigs. Let's talk about the first one. At the Fat Boy Jigs Not So Boring Baits shop, we offer around 12 different colors of jigs in 3 different sizes with 2 different style heads. Which one's best for you to choose? Well, in my opinion, go with the 3/8 ounce black and blue and one natural of either head style. Those are your happy mediums all the way around, and you get your best bang for your buck on that. We've discussed head styles. If you're wanting to swim a jig, hop a jig, vertical jig, that sort of stuff, go with the 3/8 ounce ball head jig. If you're wanting to slow crawl across the bottom, does great for that too. If you're wanting to crawl across rocks, pop it across rocks and that sort of stuff, that's where these come in handy. This is the 1/2 ounce 3/0 copper nose bluegill jig. I have this tied up on a 6-foot Lew's Xfinity XL. And this is my rod that I choose 9 times out of 10 when I'm wanting to go out and go do some finesse jig fishing. One of the things that can cause brain paralysis is all those choices. So, like I said, a 3/8 ounce ball or football style jig in a black and blue and a natural color. That's all you really need. The other ones are for very specific situations. You don't have to have them. It's nice to have them in your arsenal, but you don't have to have them. When I go out and I go fishing, I usually have black and blue and natural color. And I'll, every once in a while, I know I've said this before, I have 3 lures on me at all times. I'll have a black and blue, a natural, and then something obnoxiously bright. A chartreuse, a lime truce, something that's going to stick out. When I go jig fishing though, I don't have to have that obnoxiously bright color. Your natural colors work out great for clear water. Your black and blue works out great for stained water. Another thing we want to talk about is when to upsize your jig and how to do that. One of the things that I do is, instead of going finesse in stained water, I'll take a 4/0 or 5/0 hook jig and use those. Um, those can add bulk to the jig because of the amount of the skirt that's there. It's 2 full tabs instead of 2 half tabs. I'll add larger trailers, such as larger craws or things of that nature, and just bulk that out as much as possible. Okay, now let's talk simplifying how to fish a jig. Best way to put it is cast, count, lift, count, lift, count. Now, that may sound weird to you, but what you want to do is you want to cast that jig out wherever you're wanting it to land, whether that be into the rocks, up against a tree, whatever the structure is you're trying to fish, and count to 15 anytime from mid-spring through mid-fall, and count to 30 anytime from mid-fall to mid-spring. That gives that jig time to hit the bottom. Then you want to lift that jig up and just let it fall back down. Count again anywhere from 7 to 15 seconds, depending on water temperature. In the spring to fall, and 15 to 30 seconds in the fall through the winter and into the spring. Water temperature is going to decide a lot of how you fish that jig. When the water temperatures are lower, fish it slower. When the water temperatures are warmer, you can fish faster. It's another one of those things that if you just keep it simple and move that jig about every 15 seconds, you'll be okay. I would say let it sit no more than 30 seconds and no less than 5 seconds. This way, you maximize the amount of time that jig is in front of that fish's face. You could just cast it out there and dead stick it and then slowly reel it back to you. That is up to you, but again, that's more of a moving bait than a jig at that point. You're wanting that jig to slowly creep along. When you're fishing with a jig, you want it to hop and sit. Or to move and sit. You don't want to steadily bring it along, whether it's slow or not. Just keep it simple, guys. Pick one natural color, a large, bulky, black and blue, black and red, something for your dark or stained water. And if you choose something that's obnoxiously bright, that's up to you as well. Those 3 jigs and 3/8 ounce will be perfect. I would say 3/0, 4/0, 5/0 doesn't really make a difference. The only thing it really makes a difference on is whether it's finesse or not. If you guys like this style of video, let me know down in the comments below. I'm looking for what more we can talk about on here. If you guys like the jigs that you saw today, they are for sale on the Etsy store. It'll be linked in the description down below. I think we're going to go ahead and end the video here. And remember, guys, try not to be boring.